Hello and welcome to ZacBow Fitness. So what I'm going to do on this video today is I'm going to review my lovely Garmin watch. So what I'm going to do is I've had it for around 2.5 months now. So I've not used it to its full capacity because there is so much you can do actually on the watch, which I was actually quite surprised at. So I'm just going to cover a few of the points and that kind of thing. I'll cover the pros and maybe there might be a bit of cons that go with it as well. So one thing I've been really impressed with is the body battery. At first I was a bit skeptical. So what it does is it monitors your sleep and that overnight. So at midnight it resets and it's up to 100. So what it does at night, it monitors your sleep and then in the morning you can wake up and see how much your body battery is charged overnight with how much sleep you've had and that kind of stuff. So it looks at the quality of sleep because it monitors your heart rate when you're in sleep and how much motion you've had. And I've got to say, it works because I have noticed that if I get a good night's sleep, the body battery does go up quite a lot. It doesn't always go up to 100. It might only be plus 60, plus 80, plus 90, that kind of thing. And then you'll have the minuses as the day goes along, as what you've used. I have noticed if I've been out having a few drinks the night before and I've got a little bit tipsy, the next day my body battery doesn't really charge because my heart rate is constantly up and I have very restless sleep. So I was very impressed with the body battery. So it's one way of monitoring how you're sleeping and how much energy you've got for that day. So you can monitor it. You don't want to use up all your energy. So it's a good way of checking whether you should be training or not, or maybe you can use it as a rest day. So I'm very impressed with that. That's the body battery. So then the Pulse OX as well. Impressed with that as well. I've tried breathing with it and checking how it checks the oxygen coming in and out. So what it does is there's a little red light on the back of the watch, and what it does, it flashes on every now and then, and what it does is sees how much it can penetrate into the skin, and then that shows how much oxygen your body can absorb. So then that gives you an idea. So really you want to be above 90% to be in the good zone, and then obviously it drops down in different zones. At the moment I'm getting between 92 and 96, maybe 98 on some days, which is really good. But I have had it, again, days when I'm hungover, it's down in the 80s. So it does show that these things are monitoring these quite well, and it shows the difference in it. So yeah, I'm really impressed with them too as well. The solar charging, right, okay. Yes, it is a good point. It is a good part to have on there as well. And when I go out and about, especially here in Singapore, where it's really sunny, you can have my watch out and you can see where it's charging. So it has a little dial on the front if you have that watch face. So you have to select this watch face. It comes with it on now, but you may change it. So it has a little dial that has little notches as it goes round. And what happens is as it's charging up, each one knot, and then it will go into a big bright round circle. And then you know that it's charging, it's taking charge from the sun. I was asked in one of the reviews if I could put it out in the sun for a couple of hours, turn it over and see how it lasts. Problem is it doesn't work like that. I figured that one out. So you might have it in the sun for 20 minutes, but what will happen is you might then go out of the sun and within about 2 or 3 minutes, that dial is gone. So all of the solar charge is gone. So what I can gather is that over a period of a full charge watch, if you get out in the sun, you can get maybe another 2 or 3 days extra battery. So there was no way of trying out this test with laying out in the sun and see how long it lasts, because obviously different activities, what you're doing, you might change your activity. Battery life is always hard to check on how long the battery lasts, especially with the solar panel. Obviously, you get like a little meter reading as well that you can go down to in one of the options. It has squiggly lines on there, but it only covers the last 4 hours of sun that you had on there. But yeah, it charges round. You do notice it when you go out. You can see that the dial's lit up or not. And quite a good bit about that as well is when I've been running as well out in the sun here, I've noticed that I've started off with a percentage and I may have gone for a 10k run or maybe running for an hour or 45 minutes. And I've noticed that the battery life doesn't drain at all when I put it back on. So I've turned off my running and put it back to the normal screen. When I finish my training, I've noticed that it's still been charging from the sun. And I found that when you're swimming as well, as long as you can get in direct sunlight, it's charging while you're in the water as well. So that's one good thing. So the solar panel does charge. And I'm guessing it does give extra life to the battery. Obviously, it's hard, like I said, it's really hard to tell. So it is one of those things that you're not 100% sure of, but you can see it on there and it charges on there. And obviously I've shown on there as well that spoke about that when you're doing an activity, the battery doesn't die as quick. on that respect. And coming on to the battery life, I'm actually quite happy with the battery life. I have the Pulse OX going 24 hours a day, because with that you can either have it going when you're asleep or all day or off. I have it going on all day, so it's monitoring all the time. And I find that my battery lasts maybe 10, 12 days. And I guess I don't know with the actual solar panel if that's actually added any more on or not, if that's the natural one. And that's doing activities as well, like going running, swimming and that kind of thing. So I'm pretty impressed with the battery life and the updates as well. So I always plug it into a computer when I'm charging it. I never just plug it into a socket. So then I always get the updates regularly coming through. So that's quite good on there as well. Other thing on here as well, for when so you've got lots of different activities. So you've got indoor running, outdoor running, you know, all that kind of stuff, treadmills, so obviously indoor running, rowing machines. But I think there's quite a lot of other activities on there, like you've got Jump Master, you've got a tactical activity, you've got things like a cardio one, which is not running, so it's for maybe CrossFit classes or that kind of thing, which I'm going to start using it for. And then you've got like a strength one where you put your reps in and how much rest you're having and that kind of thing. So it monitors that as well. But it's got loads of stuff in there for golf. I don't play golf. And skiing, I don't go skiing. I've been skiing twice, never really liked it. So they're quite good, loads of different options. But the problem is if you invent your own option, which you have got your one there to create it. I tried to create one for a weight training CrossFit class, but the problem is it wasn't very good on the heart rate part. And it kept wanting to put distance in. I couldn't cancel distance because obviously I'm not moving anywhere. I'm lifting weights and that kind of thing. So I wanted to put an actual bit in my activity just for that class, but I couldn't. I ended up not using it and using the cardio one because of the factor of I couldn't remove the distance. It was all saying, oh, he's done 0 distance and all that kind of thing, which is not what I want on it at all. So that was one drawback with that. So then the maps are really good on there as well because of the nice big watch face. The maps are really good, and it's spot on really. It says names of roads around near you and that kind of stuff. You can track yourself on there and all that. And the bit is with the GPS, especially when you're running, you can pick 2 different types of GPS, or actually 3. You just have GPS, and then you've got 2 other types of GPS, and that's different satellites. So one works off Russian satellites, and one works off European satellites. So that's really good. So when I'm in Asia, I have it working on the Russian satellites, and when I go back to London, I change it back to the European ones. So that's really good. It is quite quick on picking up signals. After the 1 or 2 times, because at first obviously it's still learning, as well as learning different parts of where you are, and obviously you've got to pick up a GPS. Like when I went back to London at first, it had to zone back in because I've been using it so much in Singapore. So yeah, it is a good watch. Like I say, the front part is really good. It's a nice big screen. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So I want to put some downsides on it. So heart rate zones. So I thought when I got rid of my Fenix 3 and moved to the Fenix 6 Solar, I thought that all of my heart rate zones that I'd been training with for the last 3 years on my other Fenix would move over to my Fenix 6. I was wrong. So what it's done, it's restarted them all again. So it's a bit really annoying because the factor is my heart rate zone, max zone, was like 185 plus. Now it's at 159 plus. So when I'm going out trying to do heart rate zones when I'm running, I'm struggling because of the fact that it is, even where I would normally be, it may be level 3 at heart rate zones, I'm now in level 5. So it shows that I'm overexerting and I'm pushing myself too hard in that respect. So that's a bit of a downside with that, because I was hoping it would all just transfer straight over. Since it's the same Connect app that I'm using, all I've done is change the watch. So I was a little bit unhappy with that. It says it retrains them and this, that and the other, it'll re-put them in. But I've been using it for 2.5 months. I've done quite a few runs and it hasn't adjusted them yet. It hasn't adjusted them whatsoever. And 159 for my zone 5 starting is quite a bit low actually for me. For yourself, you'd have to figure you'd know your own heart rate zones. So one other thing I found, so the altimeter. So I went to London, so I had it for about a month, went back to London, come back to Singapore. So obviously when I'm on the plane, the altitude is changing, so you can see it's changing with on the watch. So it's going up and up and up, and then down and down and down as you come down and land. What I noticed when I got back to Singapore, after being in London, it said that I was at minus 288 meters below sea level. But that can't happen here because we're at sea level here in Singapore. So I did find that. So what I had to keep doing was redoing it via the GPS on the watch and trying to keep settling it out because it kept getting a bit wrong on there every now and then. So it's starting to stable out now after a few weeks of being back in Singapore. So hopefully that shouldn't be too much of a problem in a way, but that's just something to be aware of. So let's just keep a check on that because I have it on on the front of my watch. So swimming distances, yeah, it's good. It's good in the water, but it asks you to set your pool length, so 50 meters or 100 meters or whatever length is. Problem was, I got in the pool halfway down because I came out of my condo and got into the pool. I set it as 50 meters. I swam to the end and it said I'd swum 50 meters. I swam the full length of the pool. It said I'd done 100 meters. So you have to make sure that when you set the length of the pool, you get in at the end that you're starting at, because otherwise it takes that as your start point. And even though I only did 25 meters, it said that I'd done 50 because I registered the pool length is 50 meters and I'd stopped and turned. So that's something else to be aware of when you're swimming, just to keep an eye on that. So make sure that you start at the end of the pool when you put the distance in, otherwise it will start registering it wrong. Right, another problem I found that was when I first got it, it's sort of happening intermediate, and I've noticed that a lot of forums there is a bit of a problem with this Wi-Fi connection. So when you're trying to synchronize it over the Wi-Fi, quite a few people have reported problems, and I've had quite a few where it can't find the network, or it tries to get on there and then it fails. So yeah, so there was a big problem with that. It's not so bad at the moment because I guess they're doing updates on it, but yeah, that can be a little bit annoying. And the fact that having to always keep putting my Bluetooth on to then transfer it to my phone, which I don't really want to do. So yeah, it can be really a bit annoying now. But now that seems to have sorted itself out a little bit, but there was massive problems with the Wi-Fi on the Solar, and I think it was on the 6X as well. So yeah, so that's my review of the watch. I am very happy with the watch. I will do another one in maybe 6 months' time when I've actually tried out a lot more on the watch. But like I said, points from it, body battery, absolutely brilliant. And the battery life, I'm very impressed with it because I have the bells and whistles on when I'm running. The only thing I've not used yet is music because I don't have a Spotify account. And actually that could be a bit of a con as well. The fact that I only have iTunes and I cannot put anything from iTunes onto the watch. So it goes with Deezer or Spotify. So they're the two ones that they say use. I don't have accounts with them, which means I have to get a Spotify account to actually transfer the stuff onto my watch because I've not found a way yet of being able to put iTunes songs on there. So that's a bit of a con. If you found out how to do it, please drop me a message in the bottom of this video and let me know how you managed to get your iTunes songs onto your Fenix 6 Pro Solar. So it's the solar version. Okay, well, thank you for watching the video, and I hope this review's been a little bit helpful. And please check out my other videos. Remember, subscribe to my channel. Check me out on Instagram. It's ZacBow_fitness. My email address is ZacBowFitness@gmail.com. That is one word, ZacBowFitness@gmail.com. And like I say, subscribe on my YouTube channel, ZacBow Fitness. And yeah, check out my Instagram. Like I said, check it out, check it out, check it out. It's ZacBow_fitness. And if you've got a YouTube channel and subscribe to mine, and I see you've got a channel, I will subscribe to yours as well. As this is a community, we're all here to support each other and we all get ideas off of each other. So brilliant people, thank you again for watching. Thank you for all your support and some of the kind words I've been getting about my channel. It's not a polished item. I'm still learning how to use technology because I'm a bit of an old fogey in my 40s. But yeah, it will get there. I'm still learning, trying to learn out the tricks of the trade. Obviously still playing with editing myself. I'm only using iMovie because it's the only one I know how to use at the moment. So I'm a bit stuck in my ways there. But brilliant people, thank you for your support. And don't forget to subscribe. And it's ZacBow Fitness on YouTube. Instagram is ZacBow_fitness. And my email address is ZacBowFitness@gmail.com. I'll do that again, ZacBowFitness@gmail.com. Have a great day. Good luck with your training. And if you've got the watch, please tag me in your videos and let me know how you get on with the watch, because I really do like it. Garmin have got a good product there. So yeah, excellent people. Have a good day, have a good weekend, and if you're in isolation at the moment, do the best you can to get over this. We will get through this in the end. There is light on the other side of the tunnel, even if you can't see it at the minute and people look like they keep switching it off. Great people, keep up your fitness journey and all the best, and take care, and I'll see you on the other side.